All right, today we're diving into something really powerful. It's a framework for understanding your own mind, and it comes from a pretty incredible Burmese monk from the 20th century named Mogok Sayadaw. His whole approach is just so direct, so practical, and it gets right to the heart of a problem we all face. You know that feeling, right? Where you're just stuck on a hamster wheel in your own head, running through the same thoughts, the same emotions, and they just bring you down. It's a totally universal human thing, and it's the exact problem Sayadaw spent his life trying to help people solve. Now, Mogok Sayadaw, he wasn't just some academic sitting in a library. He was a teacher who felt this incredible sense of urgency. For him, figuring out how our minds work wasn't just some intellectual game. It was something we needed to do right now for our own well-being.
I mean, wow, you can really feel the passion in those words, can't you? This wasn't just friendly advice, it was a desperate plea. He saw how people were tangled up in suffering, and he knew there was a way out. But it wasn't going to happen on its own. It required us to actually do something. So let's get into what he saw so clearly.
Okay, so Sayadaw had this amazing way of taking these big, abstract ideas and making them feel totally real and concrete. To explain suffering, he used this incredibly powerful metaphor that just cuts right through all the noise. So forget all the complex philosophy for a second, and just imagine this. There are two fires, and they are constantly burning inside you. It's such a visceral image, right? It makes the whole Buddhist concept of dukkha, or suffering, something you can almost feel. It's not some far-off idea. It's happening to us, right here, right now. And here's the breakdown. On one side, you've got the fire of the body. This is the stuff we just can't avoid. Getting older, getting sick. It's just part of the deal of being alive. We can't really put out that fire. But then look at the other side, the fire of defilements. This is the stuff we create in our own minds. Greed, anger, confusion. And that is the fire we keep throwing gasoline on. It's the fire we can actually do something about. So that leads to the really big question, right? Why? Why do we keep fueling that second fire? You know, the one that causes so much of our actual day-to-day pain. Sayadaw's diagnosis here is just razor sharp. I mean, it's the multi-million-dollar question. If we know that getting angry or clinging to things just makes us miserable, why do we keep doing it over and over? It feels totally illogical. But according to Sayadaw, there's a very specific glitch in our system, a fundamental mistake in how we see everything. He called this glitch wrong view, or DT. Now, this isn't about having the wrong political opinion or anything like that. It's much deeper. It's like you're wearing a pair of glasses with the wrong prescription, but you've worn them your entire life, so you don't even realize the world is blurry. And because what you're seeing is distorted, the way you react to it is distorted, which, you guessed it, just adds more fuel to that fire. This chart just lays out the mismatch perfectly. On the left, that's reality. Things are always changing, they often don't give us lasting satisfaction, and there's no permanent, solid self in there. But look at how we see things on the right. We desperately want things to be permanent. We chase after lasting pleasure, and we are completely obsessed with me and mine. Think about it. You get mad in traffic. The reality is just a temporary collection of cars moving slowly. But our wrong view turns it into a personal insult. Someone is blocking me from getting to my destination. Sayadaw says that this constant clash, this gap between reality and our view of it, that's the kindling for all our mental suffering. Okay, so if the problem is this deep, automatic misperception, how on earth do you even begin to fix it? You can't just think your way out of it. And this is where Sayadaw, once again, gives us this beautiful, simple metaphor to show us the way forward. And honestly, this is such a relief to hear, isn't it? We don't have to wait for some lightning bolt of enlightenment to strike us. The real change happens through small, steady, consistent effort. It's not about one huge push. It's about showing up again and again. So let's walk through this. Picture a carpenter with his adze, which is kind of like a curved axe. Every single day, he picks it up and uses it. And every time his hand grips the wooden handle, the tiniest, most microscopic bit of wood wears away. He can't see it happen. Day to day, the handle looks exactly the same. But after years of doing this work, every single day, his handprint is literally worn right into the wood. Sayadaw taught that our practice is exactly like that. Each moment we choose to be aware, we're making one tiny, invisible strike that slowly but surely wears away the thick, stubborn handle of our wrong view. So, this all leads to the most important part. the really practical piece. How do we actually use that ads in our own lives? How do we put this moment-to-moment awareness into practice? Now, I know this might sound a little strange or academic at first, but stick with me because this one little phrase is basically the entire instruction manual. It's the absolute heart of the practice, and it's simpler than it sounds. Let's just pull it apart.
So khanda is just whatever is happening right now. It's an itch on your nose, a memory popping into your head, a feeling of boredom, a car alarm outside. That's the calling. And jnana, that's the response. It's the going. It's just turning your awareness to that thing and knowing it's there. That's it. You're not judging it, you're not analyzing it, you're not trying to get rid of it, you're just knowing. An anxious thought is calling, awareness is going to it. The sound of the fridge is calling, awareness is going to it. See? Simple.
So in Sayadaw's own words, our own experience is constantly sending us an invitation to just pay attention. He's saying the real teacher isn't some person outside of you. The real teacher is the direct, unfiltered experience of your own body and mind, happening from one moment to the next. That's where you can see for yourself how things really are. And that really is what it all comes down to. That's the final, crucial question his teachings leave us with. The calling is happening right now, as you listen to my voice, as you feel the chair you're sitting on. The opportunity to use that knowing awareness, to pick up the ads and make one more tiny little tap against our own suffering is right here. It's always here. The only question is, are we listening?